Imagine, if you will, the sudden silence that would follow the pulse of an electromagnetic pulse, or EMP. This isn't the plot of a dystopian novel or a Hollywood blockbuster. It's a potential reality. Today, we delve into the impacts of such an event on our infrastructure. Our world, as we know it, revolves around electricity. From the smallest of conveniences, like charging your phone, to the most critical of services, like running a hospital, electricity is the lifeblood of our society. But what happens when that lifeblood is suddenly cut off? Consider the Northeast blackout of August 2003, when a software bug in an Ohio control room led to a cascade of failures throughout the power grid. Over 50 million people across the northeastern United States and parts of Canada found themselves without power. Hospitals and emergency services scrambled to keep their systems running on generators, while millions of people were left in the dark, literally and figuratively. Now multiply that scenario on a national or even a global scale. That's the potential impact of an EMP. An event like this could be caused by a solar flare like the Carrington event of 1859, or it could be man-made, the result of a high-altitude nuclear detonation. In the Carrington event, telegraph systems across Europe and North America failed, in some cases giving telegraph operators electric shocks. Telegraph pylons threw sparks and paper, and telegraph offices caught fire. If such an event were to occur today, the damage would be devastating. Our infrastructure is not prepared for such an event. The U.S. power grid, for instance, is aging and vulnerable. A report from the American Society of Civil Engineers gave our energy infrastructure a dismal D+ grade in 2017, citing a lack of investment and the threat of cyber attacks. The effects of an EMP event could be far-reaching and devastating. It's not just about losing power. It's about losing communication, transportation, healthcare, and so much more. It's about the potential loss of life on a massive scale. But it's not too late to act. We have the knowledge and the capability to harden our infrastructure against EMP events. It requires investment, planning, and the political will to prioritize this issue. We don't have to accept a future where an EMP event could plunge us into a new dark age. We can push for better preparedness, for investment in our infrastructure, for measures to protect our power grid and other vital systems. So don't just sit there. Raise awareness. Talk about this issue. Write to your elected officials. Demand action, because the time to prepare for an EMP event is not after it's happened, but before. Remember, it's better to be a year early than a minute too late, because when it comes to an EMP event, a minute too late could be catastrophic.